Everybody in the galaxy, welcome back to planet Earth, this beautiful planet, one of a kind, just like you. How are y'all doing out there today? We got Gonzin in the chat, thank goodness. We got Kiara in the chat, of course, and we got Master Tiger in the chat room. How we doing, Master? Today's an exciting day. Because, well, who's that? Here we go again. It's the Freaky Teddy. Freaky Teddy, where's my mail? This mail I'm waiting for. He doesn't have it, but what is Freaky has a message for me. It's from YouTube. They're saying, "Howdy, partner." Tell YouTube I say thanks. Go get my mail, Freaky. If we're lucky today, Freaky will come back with something nice. A nice surprise. It's Tape Tuesday. How are y'all doing? We got the Tascam 414, of course. This is the one that is hopefully going to work the entire episode. Yeah, I got to look into repairing a lot of my gear here. So how does everyone feel about maybe a workshop Wednesday tomorrow? Got to crack open the 303 and see what's going wrong with the DIN sync in there. Anyways, on the Tascam 414, of course, I'm playing the one and only, the super famous Electrified Rain by yours truly. Okay. Today, tapes. I have a handful of, this is like a strange pile. This might have been a Grateful Dead, well, I know it is a Grateful Dead tape. These are cool. I have a whole box of these recorded live at the shows. This one's Greek Theater, 1988. Wow. But this one's broken, so I got to fix it. So we're in the computer repair 'em up pile right now. This is the loop tape we will use to make our ritual tape loop for the day. Hey, Master Tiger, I see you in the chat room. And Kiara, lots of waving hands. Got all your chores done for this? That's good. Now you can get your allowance. Gonzin, how you doing? Gonzin hasn't done all of his chores, but there's just so much to do, right, my friend? Let's have a little bit of a figure 'em out. There I go again with that. Howdy, partner. Hop 'em up pins every Tuesday. I have a pile of tapes here because they're in the repair pile. So let's have a quick listen to these tapes, figure out which one we're going to fix, because I have so many tapes around. Didn't feel like cracking open a brand new TDK. You remember these tapes, you guys? About like 87 of them last year, a while back. And they're all pretty much tape loops now. These work perfect for my measurements on my rouleur there. So I was thinking... the other tapes don't work well. Oh, I don't know why this isn't the repair pile. I love this tape. A little dissonant, but I think it's meant to be played. Yeah, I remember this tape. So we got to keep that. Kiara in the chat room, thank you so much for that super chat. 444 on the floor. Well, today's a tape day, so we're going to do some droney stuff. But speaking of 4 on the floor, the last 2 weeks on Tape Tuesday, there have been beats on tape loop, sync 'em up beats days. We'll see you in a bit, Gonzin. Godspeed. Gonzin speed. I figured I'd play. I finally found this stack of my beats on tape loops. I'm kind of a scatterbrain right now. I don't know why that is. It's because everything's going so fast. That is... Oh yeah, that's a great one in reverse. You might remember that from one of my Ease shows. Holy moly, look at that super chat. That's freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Kiara, once again. I can't remember when I made this tape. It reminds me of something. Maybe some old school Aphex Twin, but something else. Oh, Mayan Warrior. Rolling. That's what it reminds me of, I think. Okay, I gotta make sure to not mix up all my piles. I got so many tapes around. These are the hopefully we'll find one of these in a moment to make our tape loop on, but I wanted to just play around with some of these cassette tape beats because they're super cool, and we spent a lot of time the last 2 weeks getting our beats in order. But these are pretty cool. And that's super, it's got some super mud, doesn't it? Let's turn all of the effects off there. Wow. Trent called. He wants his busted up DX7 back. Or does he? Shout outs to Trent Reznor. That's a cool one. Here I am, yeah, okay. Tape piles. Oh, it's weird without any background music, is it? It's always weird without background music. It's weird. I'm running it kind of slow here, too. Trippy. Kiara in the chat saying, Ice Cream Man, slushy. Yeah, it can get a bit slushed out when you just do this. Let's see. Cool stuff. That's why we love it. That's why we love that tape. I got a pile of these. It's kind of fun to listen to them, but we do need to make our tape loop. And put some background music on. Yeah, that background music. Where? Maybe I'll get something. Let's get some background music real quick while we listen to these beats on tape. Have a little bit of fun. Yeah, that one does sound like it has a flanger on it. Flangers are great. Now, does anyone know what the difference between a flanger and a phaser is, other than phasers going really fast and flangers going a little bit more wobbly? Tiger Sky. Why not? I found it quickly. That'll be cool. It's feels a little bit just too quiet when there's nothing going on in the background. I feel like sometimes in my reality real life, not my reality show life, I always gotta have music on. Or nature sounds, preferably electrified rain. Kiara in the chat room is saying, I want that technical answer myself. I'm sure there are some technical differences between a phaser and a flanger. Should we just turn today into an Ease show? That's Ease, Electric Archaic Soundscape Expeditions. It's a really cool show. That I'll do for you. I'm excited today, you guys. Ooh, that's a gnarly one. Gotta probably take my reverb down a tune it up to the background music a little bit. It's not really working with it. Yeah, I pulled out a pile of tapes last week to show you what good beats on tape sound like, and it was not the Brite file. That was from Tape Tuesday, episode 9. Remember that one? This one. Oh, it says ET. It probably has a weird phone drone going on. Yeah. Calling your home planet. Error. Home planet not available. That's okay, that's why we have Earth, right? It's the new home planet. Let's keep it. Bubbles and bass. Not sure why that's in the beat pile. Yeah, you know, when you don't label your tapes, you never know what they are. Hope everyone's feeling good out there. That's a Kiera tape, I think. From Tape Week. Okay, we got Master Tiger in the chat room. Master Tiger saying, a flanger was a happy accident in the studio that someone figured out how to reproduce. Was it on tape? Because we can flange some tape really easy, I think. It's not a perfect flange, but it's a flange, I think. Or do we just call that tape warble? Wow, and flutter. Oh, that's a cool tape loop. Little guitar in there. Kind of reminds me of this Grateful Dead tape I have. Just a little bit. So, can't play this. Bummer. But, gotta keep that copyright clean. All right. So, it's time. We've had our distractions for the day. Maybe. Well, hopefully all my machines, all the machines I've chosen for today work. Especially the one that the Freaky is gonna bring in. Freaky Teddy. That is one Freaky Teddy. Sure is cute though. Oh, love that Freaky. Straight. Actually, I got the Freaky Teddy from the same, the same Emporium. It's the Ashland Emporium. I got the tapes there, and I got the Freaky there. I got a box of these. They're all high bias tapes, by the way. TDK, the good kind, SA90. It's like 56 Grateful Dead tapes. Probably dubbed, because not sure if they had this model of tape in 1988, but these were probably dubbed from someone who recorded them live at the live show, which is cool. A little piece of Dead history there. Okay, so many tapes. Where's Richard? So many tapes. Got a whole other assortment of tapes I could play for ya. Ultra Think. I was thinking about playing that one. You know that one from the Ultra Think E's. All right, so this tape, which needs a little bit of a fix-em-up here, which we would do anyway if we decide to use it. These are the repair tapes. We got to find one that will be suitable. It seems like I hate the tapes when I put them in the repair-em-up pile. And then when I review them to use them for a fresh loop, I decide I don't want to destroy them and I want to keep them. This is the jet ski one with the Imperial scanning droid. I don't think I can let that one go either. Oh boy, we only got 2 more Repair 'em Up tapes to check out here. But it's as it goes. Let's try this one next. That one is rubbish, I think. Yeah, that's a rubbish tape. Let's hear it reverse really quick, just to make sure. Absolute rubbish. That's getting, we can do that. So I'll put that one front and center, the tape loop making workshop station. All right, so let's see. Master Tiger in the chat room again. We're talking about flangers today. What's the difference between a flanger and a phaser? Okay, Master Tiger is saying flanger origins stem from 1950s, 1960s studio engineering, where technicians manually slowed one of the 2 synchronized tape machines by pressing on the reel's flange. Oh, so you don't get to flange on a cassette tape, if I am thinking of this correctly, but on a big reel-to-reel, there's I guess a reel, but then there's these flanges that come out and they kind of make sure that the tape isn't going skyward or anywhere elseward. That's cool. So you're using similar to what I just did. So I guess I was right on point with the tape flange. Thank you, Master Tiger. Yeah, to continue what you said, they would be pressing on the reel's flange, parentheses, rim, creating a whooshing facet. Makes me think about gemstones. Right on. So let's make our tape loop for the week. And if we're lucky, you know what'll happen. But it hasn't happened yet. Try to keep these things a nice surprise for some of you. But not a bad surprise. Sometimes things in the mail that Freaky Teddy brings, they are already on the fritz, which they should not be. Let's do a quick check 'em up mail here really quick. We're still waiting, Freaky. Okay, let's get back to business now. That was the tape. I thought I had another one here. I get a lot of distractions. That's Tape Tuesday 03. I can't imagine that would go into erase pile. Looks like we're having a weirdness with track 3. How is that? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if there's just... Yeah, it's still not. Anyways, weird problems with my tape machines. I bet that one Tascam has healed itself already, magically. Yeah, we're on the edge of the mail. We're on the edge of our seats here. Don't get your hopes up. These guys tend to show up late. Okay, have no fear though. I still have all of this gear though. So let's see. I always forgetting something. It was a splicing tape one week, and now I've lost the plot again because I got to get that tiny screwdriver. I'm plotting to find the plot. Okay, we got what we need. Let's get to work. And while we're getting to work here, where did that electrified rain go? It's right here. I think we'll mix up some Tiger Sky with some electrified rain on the super slow. A little bit slushy. Now remind me to put those pans back. I know I forget that sometimes. Wait, that's my job. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, lots of tapes hanging out. I'm gonna have to reorganize that pile because it's a mix now. In the mix. So, tape loop time. That's a great time. Yeah. Zoom you in a bit. Gotta do it. We've got to do our tape loop ritual every time, every Tuesday. So if you're new to making tape loops, you want to find a tape that has screws in it. I say it every time. Get those tape screws out of there. Right? Don't lose your screws. You need those. Gotta keep it together. And gently, that's the next thing you want to know about making a cassette tape loop. And this has some tape there for the right protection tab. We'll just keep it there. Yeah, that's a loose tape. Look at that. Oh, lazy river tape. We will I feel like maybe saving that, but it was rubbish, right? So should we do the snap them up again? Let's be a little bit poppy. Interesting. I was wondering if the oxides would come off when you stretch the plastic of the tape. Okay, so it'll be a tape noodle today instead of a tape bug. We'll still make a bug, I think. Let's prepare for that. Let's get a little bit of this washi tape and start 'em up tape bug. This will be its mustache. It's or it's howdy partner. It looks kind of like what do they call those, saddle pants? Howdy partner, how do you do? How do you do it? Splicing tape, ski saws, splicing block, tweezers, and a razor. You gotta have all these things that are zors. You don't need any of that stuff, so either. Boom. Okay, take the reel out. If you have a brand new fresh tape, what my recommendation is to twist it up tight with one of those crystal Bic pens. That's the one that fits. Pencils don't seem to do it, for me at least. And what I do is I make it nice and tight, usually on the left side, because that's the rewind side of a tape facing up this way, at least on my machines. It's different on different machines, of course. But you get the tape on one side, and then I just cut it on the leader. Shoof! And then I'll pull it out, and then I put a little splicing tape on that extra leader. And I get the Bic pen again, and I just twist it, holding it down, and it tapes the excess tape together, and you can take it out, and it's a little freaky teddy sized donut of tape there, and you can store that for later. I have hundreds of those, which can get used someday. But you can also use that tape to make your loop, of course, but I like to use a high bias tape because it's better quality, for one, and for two, these Tascams I use, they are meant for a high bias tape. Chrome. Alright, so you may have seen this before. I have my loop tape cut and ready to feed us. And I guess that's where we're at, since we didn't have to do any of the other things. So let's scoot that up just a bit and get our ruler in here. ruler razor, and I have some of these screws, which I don't want to lose. Okay, so let's I used to joke around about having a tape timer. See how fast you can make a tape loop. I never did get that timer. Okay, we got leader protector. That is important. I got this all measured up just perfectly for me. It's around 9 inches. Well, yeah, because I take this to the 10 and I chop it down. It loops around. I don't know. I have problems with the tape measurements, and I've noticed it's different depending on the shell, where these pins can be in different places, and that will. I found out the hard way a couple times on that. So you have to try it out first. Make sure that it fits really good and snug in the cassette shell. All right. So be gentle. Just pushing the tape down into the splicing block. It seems to help. And I got it marked. So this mark on the splicing block goes here. And then which you can't see yet, I use the end of the ruler. So I have a bunch of different lengths, and then I trim it down to size. But this makes it really easy for me to work with, because I can just kind of, line that up. And then just butt the scissors up against the ruler, and I make my crude cut right there. You can call it that, right? Crude cuts from 2026. And then you'll see I loop it around. You got to make sure this tape's going in the right direction, or else you might embarrass yourself. Oh wait, leader protector first. Leader protector first. That's gonna protect this nice, what I'm calling production tape underneath. And make sure to give yourself enough room. It's not exactly the brightest in the studio here today, but it's all for the trying to make a bit of a mood. Cavernous, as someone said a couple weeks ago. Must be all the stalactites dripping mineralized water from the ceiling of this cave. It should make you feel nice at home in a very primal kind of a way. Yeah, so you see, I flip it over, and then I have this mark here, which then allows the whole tape, when I cut it, to be the perfect length. You can also just do the whole thing by hand, which I did do on a couple of the early episodes of Tape Tuesday, but since upgraded to the splicing block, and it makes the splice oh so nice. Hopefully that was a good chop. I don't know what I'm doing anymore with the chopping, but one trick. Oh wait, tape bug. We have tape bug duty now. Let's see. These will be his little howdy partner arms here. We'll have to give him a head later if we can. That's a freaky bug. You see that guy? There. I'll let him try to. Ah! Okay. So yeah, you want to slice the tape. In my opinion, at least with my splicing block, you kind of do a slice. It's like a downward slice 'em up tape. The chopping, I've noticed, just pulls more tape in, and then you don't want that. But I encourage you to make your own tape loop and figure out your own way. This is my way, and I think it's pretty great. So that's what I do, and I'm recommending it to you. Okay, splicing tape time. I get this splicing tape from a company called Splice It. And it's the perfect size for cassette tape. You can find a lot of reel-to-reel sized splicing tape out there, but this is cassette. Now I gotta get down in there to make sure I don't screw this up, because you gotta start over if you do. And if we did everything correctly, it's no pressure though. It's nothing like soldering together a Eurorack module. That's you really got to be careful with that. When you put it all together, you should hopefully have yourself a functional loop. I'll get to it. So I like to get the splice. I like to verify that the splice isn't hanging. The splicing tape isn't hanging off the edge. This looks like it's just perfect, although there's one part of the tape doesn't have tape on it. One part of the cassette tape doesn't have splicing tape on it, and sometimes I like to verify that side of the tape that doesn't have the splicing tape on it will go in a way that's smooth to the cut angle. So it would feed through the machine like that, versus that where the chance of that little piece of tape has a chance to get messed up. But I flip my tapes and reverse them, my tape loops, all the time, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just one of those extra things that I think about every time I make a loop. Okay, so let's do that. Let's practice what we preach. The cut. Actually, I'm not sure how the cut goes anywhere. Okay, so the cut's going like that. So this would be the weak side right there, and I just want that to slide through the machine the other way. Okay, so that's just an unnecessary tip. Okay, be careful when you're putting the tape back in. You don't want to lose anything. Now, this is a different tape than the ones I kind of had marked before, so hopefully it's not too tight. It does seem a bit tight, but we can always, you guessed it, we can always hop that pin, my friend. But I don't think I will hop the pin, because we do like the tape to be tight just right, but sometimes it can cause a bit of a problem. I think that's rolling in there. Let's put it back together just with one screw, test it out, and then we'll find out for real if this indeed is a happy tape loop. Over in Tascam land, let's fade out the electrified rain. Okay, moment of truth. Had a lot of those lately. Haven't we all? There it is. Tape we just repaired. Let's find out. Okay, look for the splice. Listen for the splice. I think I just saw the splice, which is a good sign. Should see it again right now. There it is. Yes! I think we've got ourselves a happy tape loop indeed. But we'll really find out here when we pull some synthesizers out and start recording some things onto them. Okay. Shout out to all of the watchers. I like to shout out to the chat room a lot, because you guys are right there. I can see you. But there's always some mysterious watchers out there. Come on, join us in the chat room. If you wanna. No, it's totally fine if you don't. But I see you. Okay, so I'm listening for the splice here. I don't hear it, which is usually a good sign or a bad sign. If you put the tape in upside down, you won't hear it, and that's a bad sign. It does kind of seem like it might be a bit tight, though, this one. Yeah, it's a little bit tight, so it might struggle and give us some warble. I don't know, it might just be right. Really can't hear the splice at all, so that technique, I guess, is the master technique. I think I heard a splice there. Yeah, that's a quiet tape loop. Making me scared. Scared. Okay, let's clean up. That's what we got to do next. Clean them up, tape area. Don't lose that leader protector. Take me to your leader. All right, let's get the Tape Tuesday box. I need a better looking box, don't I? Oops. Oh, the things I've said on my shows. Electrified Rain. The most played tape on my channel, I would dare to say. By far. It's by far the most played tape. I'm just going to chuck this tape bug. It's kind of annoying because it's got long legs. All right, so yeah, once again, I hope everyone's feeling good. A lot of energy. I keep saying that, but it seems like the energy keeps raising and raising. It's like intensity in 10 cities. Yes. Got my Wayne's World quote of the day in. It's good. It's a good feeling, I guess. Okay, so today we are still waiting for the Freaky Teddy. Maybe I can sit on the edge of the mail again, on the edge of my seat. Come on, show it's delivered. Then I can send that little freaky down to go get it. It is not delivered. It's still out for delivery. Dang it. So, well, stay tuned. Freaky Teddy has mail on the way. Okay, so check it out. I have been really into this. I thought you said Kiara just now in the chat. Mr. Mallman, come on. She said Mr. Mailman, but from over here it just looks like the Mallman, you know. I guess, who's that? Paul Blart? Mall cop. We're gonna try to. Yes, Gonzin. It's a big box. That's why I'm really on the edge of my seat here because no one knows what it is except for one human. Can you guess if you're that human or not? It's a big box. Speaking of Mall Man, Mall Wave, Vaporwave Slush. This is a real. This is the Casio SK1. It's not 01. It's just SK1. There's a wow. I need to see like a language professor or something, or get one of those zappers. Every time I say or like, it just it won't do that anymore. Pavlov's frog or something. So Casio SK1, it is a lo-fi machine. I imagine this was marketed to children in the 80s. We're gonna do that because the mail hasn't shown up yet. So we got that, but we need something to sample into it because although we love the default Casio piano it's PCM, right? I get mixed up between PCM and PWM. PCM, I don't even know what that stands for. I should remember. I think it's on one of my Casios, which isn't right here right now. Oh, here's another Casio that is right here right now. This is the SA7, and it's a tone bank. It's got all the tones. So I want to, and I've modified this. So I put an output jack in here, and I think it's super noisy because it was really only just, they didn't give you an output jack, so it was just meant for the speaker, and maybe the speaker cleans up some of that noise. But we're gonna do a double them up here. I'm gonna do Casio on Casio. I think I've done this before, but it's always a treat when you're waiting for the big boy mailman to come. Where's that mailman? Oh, it makes me want to sit and hit refresh on the FedEx here. Okay, so let's plug in one Casio into another Casio, and then we'll plug that Casio into the Tascam. I'm going for the slush. I know that might make Kiara super happy. You still listening to that Enmesh album, Kiara? That was a cool album. So I think this one takes, it says mic, it's quarter in. I wonder if I should do line in. That's a quarter inch for mic. It might be better to do the line, although I can't verify if my modification to the SA7 comes out at line level or not. So let me grab one of these modular cables. Got one of those. We'll plug it in to the Casio SA7. I'm not sure if we can really preview through the Casio SK1. We'll find out in a second here. And the output is 3.5 millimeter as well. Okay. How's that look? Can we deal with that? That cable fell out. I'm gonna upgrade it for a longer one because it's kind of tight. There's been a lot of stuff going on, you guys, lately in the Electric Archaic studio as well as the planet. There we go. That sounds a bit happier. Now, I need the converter cable. This is a good one. You got to have one of these. It's mono, but it's a quarter inch to 3.5 millimeter. It's good for Eurorack and Tascam business. We got Kiara in the chat. Hey Garth, that was a haiku. We got Kiara in the chat saying Casio teens. Casio tones, teens, time. Casio times. Times. I'd like to get my hands on one of those Korg Phase 8 machines, that new one with the tines, it vibrates, and you can put things on it. I'd like to make my own thing like that too. It would be pretty cool. With guitar pickups or something, you know? Magnetics. We got to get magnetic here. Cool. Back to it. Let's see. Output. Flip it into play mode. It has a record mode, but I think that's maybe to record a sequence on the Casio SK1. Let's get ready for record. It's always a good feeling ARM track 1. Hopefully this Tascam does well. It did well for us last week. It saved us from my most hard-worked Tascam. Tascam number 1. Get well soon. It's taking a nap over there in the corner with the 606 and the 303. We got Master Tiger in the chat saying, do church bells and vibraphone. Okay, let's have a look at those. But first, let's just make sure our levels are coming through, and that was a bit harsh. I got the volume way down. Crunchy. I'm not sure why. Could be the Tascam. These things get crunched a lot. Whoa. Just check the crunch here. I like to do this too. This one, I got this Tascam from a guy who does refurbishes out of Colorado. Okay, playing the tape. Don't need to play the tape. I think we're good now. So now we're going to find out how we will, I'm hoping that this one doesn't seem like you can play it through. I suppose that could be a bit of a problem here because I don't know what I'm playing and then you just hit sample. But maybe that's part of the fun. Let me see really quick though, for you Master Tiger, where that vibraphone and bells would be on this synth. Piano, electric piano, honky tonk piano. Hey, howdy partner. Come on, let's have some honky tonk piano really quick. That one is patch 2 or sample 2. And we can't hear it, of course. I'm gonna pull the cable from the other Casio so we can hear it. That's honky tonk piano. Howdy, partner. And a little bit loud. You hear that noise? That's a... Oh, it went away. Oh, wait, it's on the samples. I can't get away from the noise, it seems. Everything I've been doing lately has a lot of extraneous noise. So vibraphone, these are not alphabetical. Will I ever find it? I'm looking for bells and vibraphone for the master. We know that it will have that. I'm not sure where. Okay, vibraphone. Number 80. Let's punch it in. Love how it gives you a nice little atmospheric snare there. Wondering if the sound of that hiss gets louder with the volume. Let's test it. Some nice distortion there, but maybe a bit much. Yeah, that's a good way to mitigate the noise. Just turn the volume of this thing up. So on the title here, I said we're going to do some melodic drones. I think that the drone aspect will come with the tape loop, hopefully. My best laid tape plans once again, my friends. We got, yeah, okay, thanks, Master Tiger. Presets 80 and 82. Do you have one of these, or did you just look it up right quick? I feel like I've used that before, but that is a classic 90s sampler-ish sound. PCM, something microchip. It's too much stuff wobbling around in my brain, McLean. So let's see, sample 80 and 82 for the vibraphone and the Cowbell. No, that's 90. 82 church bells. Sounds like grandfather's old clock. I'd like to just take that and record that straight down to the tape. We could just take and pipe this machine straight into Tascam number 2 there, but I did want to add a little bit of slush effect to it. So let's see. Try to remember those notes if my brain will do that. My brain doesn't brain like that most of the time. It has to be real, tangible. I gotta remember those notes. Okay, plugging back into the way we did have it. Let's see how. It might have to go kind of fast because this is a 3-second sample or what, but let's give it a shot here really quick. So, whoa, gravity. Hit sample, and it waits for you to hit a noise. So let's push that. I just did yeah, okay. Not very loud. And it's extremely crunchy. Not for any reason of the sampling though. Something's maybe I gotta do the old get them off oxidation thing and just do the that's cool. So we hit one note, it's just playing that. I think but that's what you're really going for, is this. It seems a little bit dissonant, does it? Okay. Let's get another sample, but this time I'll maybe just hit a chord. Let's try this. And I don't know if that's a good chord or not, because I can't hear it. I think I'll take that straight to tape. I hope you like that, Master Tiger. Master Tiger asking for preset 92 and cowbell. Yes, cowbell. Preset 92 is a slap bass. That's going to be great for my new Vaporwave album that I'm making with Kiara. I call it Vaporwave, but it just seems to end up as just being an Electric Archaic produced album. I don't know if I can genre outside of my own genres. What was that genre we made the other day on the 303 Monosynth Monday? That was a freaky genre. Okay, so let's see. Don't forget that. That's vaporwave-ish, slush-ish. We'll have to get Kiara's stamp of approval on that, if it is indeed slushy enough. I don't know if I can do that whole melody in time for the tape loop to not catch itself. This is another one of those problems where you sometimes want to know what the length of the tape is, so you can kind of sync it up and make it be one bar, so when it loops it's musical and not just alien like it usually is, which is also fine. It's all good. Slush-ish. Yeah, maybe that's what we should call our album. Slush-ish. That's a tongue twister. Say that 12 times. How can I know how to have enough length on the tape loop to make that melody? There's a splice. So if I look for the splice. Okay, splice. I gotta speed it up a little bit, I think. Let's wait for the splice. There it is. That might just get us there. So let's try it. We're armed for record. Our level's okay. I'll give it a little bit more. Don't really want to crunch these ones out too much because they can get a bit harsh. And that is some other kind of crunch from the Tascam. Here, maybe you need a little wiggle jiggle. Okay. Thank you, Master Tiger. You have just single-handedly landed us in Vaporwave territory with that church bells sound. That is the sound of the 80s, isn't it? I wanted to go slow with it, dang it. I wonder if I could just make that happen here by running the tape faster and doing it an octave higher. I don't know if I can get a whole octave out of it, but... It might not sound as good either. I think you want it to be low like that, so I'll put the pitch back down. It's all those artifacts, this PCM stretching. I'm just gonna have to try to do it fast. Let's see. There's the splice. It's tricky with the first one. It might be smart to do that thing I do to sync up the beats where I just put one hit down and then on another track I put the melody in because I can kind of sync it up. I have no way to really gauge this other than looking at the splice, which is kind of dumb. So, what should we do? I like that sample. I can't change that. So, should I just put down a long boy bass note? Yeah, we'll probably have to do that. So there's the splice. I'm gonna fire in and record this, I think. After I see that splice, hopefully cross the playhead. Here it comes. Maybe a little sound on sound there, and then we can use that as a kind of a gauge, a makeshift gauge. Yeah, and then that'll help me figure out how fast to play that melody. But that sounds really good, don't you think? Okay, set them up. Track 2 for record. Maybe give you the wiggle jiggle too. I don't use this Tascam usually for recording. But we do now, because the other one. A bit loud. That's about right. Going on a kind of a strange upbeat there. Still not quite right. A little slower, maybe. Turn it down. We got it. Okay, I'm gonna fire in. So here we go. It's a lot easier when you're not working with the drum machine, I admit. Weak level for some reason, that's no fun. It sounds good though. Yeah, we might have to keep track 1. I tend to think that we can just record over that. You know, the signifier note, the signal. I'm checking that mail. Come on. I saw Freaky Teddy's eyes glowing at me while I was doing that. And it was freaky. Freaky Ted. That is one Freaky Teddy. I'll say it again. And again and again. Gary. Don't be scared. I'm your great-grandfather's Teddy from 1920. That'd be so cool if the Freaky was 100 years old. When is your birthday? Tell us. And get that mail once and for all. Dang it. Master Tiger in the chat saying, I like this. It's always a good sign. Yeah, so what do we do now? Slap bass? No, this is a bit mood. This is a bit of a mood. I like this mood. Not to be confused with a moog. Not to be confused with moog. Teddy. Are you ready, Teddy? You better get that mail. Because we still got 2 tracks left. If it gets delivered right now, I'm going again to get it. Delivery map. Your driver's on the way. It could be far from close, though. It's trying to continue as a guest. Let's see. I want that surprise. Choose a preferred method. This is very vaporwave-ish. I'll just read you the FedEx instructions. Choose a preferred contact method for use to send one-time verification code. So, what can we do then? I just want to hear Hen play some saxophone on top of this. So great if they showed me where the driver is, because then we'll know. It's got me going around in loops, so I hope you enjoyed your momentary holding pattern. Master Tiger saying preset 47 harp. What about? Do you have one of these, Master? He's over there. Tell me all the best presets. Okay, let's arm them up. Track 3. Yeah, this is yeah. All right, so I don't know where that's coming from. Wait, yeah, that's right. It has like a. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, so we got to do a resample here. 42, you said? That's snare bass. I think I got it wrong. 47, was it? 47, harp. Okay, 47. I literally can't see anything today. Sunglasses and bad light combo, I guess. But it sure looks cool, I think. And again, we can't hear it, and it probably is off. So these things automatically shut off. This one still seems to be on. Okay, let's sample them up here really quick. Let's just get one hit. See what it sounds like. Sure comes out hot here. Maybe I'll turn that down to give us more preamp gain on the Tascam over here. That'll count as a melodic drone, right? Or do I need to rename this? I was hoping I could rename this Tape Tuesday episode to include the name of what's coming in the mail, but it's not coming today. I'm giving up. I'm giving up on it, you guys. It makes me so sad. Yep, it's still not here. Unlike Master Tiger, we know we still got Master. Kiara. We got Kiara in the chat saying, Gonzin must have a lot of chores today. That's funny. We hope you get all your chores done, Gonzin. Oh, but jokes. Okay, starting to get tired of this, so we gotta make it happen here. We got Master Tiger in the chat saying that was interesting, and there's no sax preset. No saxophone. What do you mean no saxophone, Casio? You can't give us tubular bells, church bells, and slap bass bells. Hey, with no saxophone, what's... Man, I will trust you on that one, but you did make me want to verify. Is our clarinet? Do we have something woodwindish? Slushish. Okay, so should I do like a Blade Runner lead on it? It was supposed to be melodic drones, but now it just seems like it's just turning vaporwave-ish, slushish real quick. That is not the package. Freaky Teddy, let's have it anyway. Oh, that's a good one. Here we go. This is something else related to lo-fi music. Freaky Teddy, everybody. He'll be here all week with nothing to do until the mailman comes. For me and for you. Yeah, let's see. Remember, we were waiting for FedEx. This is Optimus, potentially not so prime. I don't know. Prime, the fuel of our time. Ooh, shiny. Gonzin, if you're still with us listening but not watching, because sometimes Gonzin's in the room. That is not the that is not the big package I was waiting for, I'm telling you. But I actually was waiting for this as well. This, my friends, is a it's a USB stick, so I can put on a bunch of... I was going to make a crude joke. I won't do it. It's not a USB... It is a USB stick, but not for putting your tunes on. Nope, not for those. Unverified tunes. This is an ISP programmer. It's cool because you can... You can't see anything. I have some light here. Can you see that now? Let's This is an ISP programmer. Thank you so much, Freaky Teddy, for interrupting our regularly scheduled program. You can see it has a little chip header in there for a little chippy. That is for the... Oh, forgive me if I botch this. 85 tiny tiny 85 microchip, which might be a microprocessor. I don't know, but I have a Eurorack module I built from Vita Synths. I got it on Etsy. Super cool module. It has PCM samples like the Casio, so you get this lo-fi sound. You can pitch it down and it just goes. That was fun. Anyways, this will allow me to reprogram those chips with other sounds. The sounds that they come with on the Vita Synths, it's called the AT85x4 or something like that. Lo-fi drum module. I built it. It works. It's really cool. I love it. But I would like to be able to put on different sounds, you know. So now I can do that, and I can also change some of the parameters that thing works with as well. So great one. We should probably put that back into its static-free shiny case. How cute! a freaky teddy-sized male. Let's hear it for the freaky, everybody. I love that freaky. We haven't seen freaky on the channel for a while, so it was definitely time. It was time for a little bit of that freaky teddy. Whoa! Okay, still looking for a clarinet. Still looking for... We got Master Tiger in the chat saying, cut Gons in some slack. He's moving his anvil. Collecting... His anvil collecting? Shunning? Yeah, I like to make fun of people's spelling errors, especially my own, okay? We got Gonzin. I'm here, I'm watching and listening. But Gonzin's apparently moving an anvil collection. Anvil collection! Oh, wow. From the attic to the basement? Is that a joke? That seems like a joke, but knowing Gonzin, he would have an anvil collection. I don't think that you could consider what I have an anvil collection, but I do have 2 anvils. I use them for silversmithing and making metal flat if it's not. Shout out to my... never mind. Too many inside jokes. Let's figure out what our next sound is really going to be, because this one was this harp? It's a joke. Thanks, Tiger. I like that joke, though. I've never heard it before. Medieval chords? Choirs? Medieval chores. That's it. Okay. Hilarious. Moving his anvil collection. Yeah, so now your house won't be top heavy anymore, right? Sometimes it gets a little top heavy when you have your whole anvil collection upstairs. Okay, so let's find a sound here. Let's find a new one. I like the harp, but I'm wondering if I should crunch it out a lot more, maybe. How would I do that here? You want it to be maybe low here and then low there. So that still sounds pretty normal. So let's go extra low. And I'll hold it. This is not vaporwaving this one patch for some reason. A little bit, but it just sounds very lush and nice. I don't know. Do you think we should use that? It seems out of tune now, too. I'm going to just trust that we need to find another one of these here. We tried out harp. I love that. I got to use this more often. Sitar. Hey. Sitar sounds good. Let's hear how that sounds really quick. Where was that? Sitar, 45. Let's try out the 45. And I gotta just record a note. Hold that down. Well, I'm flubbing it up here, but I had heard something. Polyphonic. What's going on? Is there a setting for that? That should be polyphonic. Interesting. Solo 1, normal? That's cool. Yeah, I guess solo means mono. We can bring this out for Mono Synth Monday. How cool would that be? need piano lessons. I really like that. I kind of want to send in a chord, though, or some kind of a more than just one and see how that works. Maybe we would go for, let's do an octave here on the really low end. Let's record a sample of that. Hopefully that worked. Teletubby time. Sounds a little bit dissonant. Let's see. Let's try something a little bit closer to itself. Oh man, it reminds me of the 90s. Okay, maybe it's something a little softer, but we got to probably find ourselves in more of a drone territory. 28 is called chorus. Let's take a sample of that and do 2 notes again. But that's a very ravey sounding thing that I did. Sounds cool. A little bit feedback-ish. Like water that's brackish. Synth reed. 55. Try that. Get a lot of great sounds from these things. I'm doing 2 random notes that may or may not go good together. Yeah. Get out of the way! I'm walking here. Terrible. Stick with the black keys. One's a little smoother. What did you say, Kiara, in the chat? Bassoon. 18. Preset 18. Let's try that one. All right, let's record one in. Growly. Okay, now it's time for me to choose one. Let's see. There's bagpipe. Ocarina. Let's try that. We're just fishing around. Oh. Very good. I think I'll go with that just for ease of use, but should I send in a chord for it? A little major chord. Interesting distortions. Be good for techno maybe. Not so much for this. Let's give ourselves some context once again. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good. I think we'll go for... Can we do all 3 black keys at once? Terrible. Maybe just octaves. We'll go for the octave again. Can't hear if that's an octave or not. Try it again. Seem right. Oh, maybe does it not play multiple notes on that patch? That'd be news to me. Let's try something else then again. Synth Celesta. 51. Let's try that one. We could be here all day trying patches, my friends. Try this low one. A little bit short. I want something longer than that. How about violin? 32. We'll see how good they did strings back then. This keeps sounding really ravey like that. Try something else here. That. Where's Miss Frizzle with her school bus? Might have to go try out some English horn. 16. Strings, warm strings. 31. Didn't we do that? No, we did violin. 20. I'm losing it now. Losing it again, of course. Every time. Crunchy as hell, that. Okay, let's get back to tape land. This might be a good patch. It's crunching out, though. I don't like that. Okay, so we're doing a... Still fishing for some fishing, and we got Tiger Sky in the background. Maybe I'll pull that. I always have to pull the background music. That's why Electrified Rain is so nice. Like that. Let's see. I might just do something simple like that so it doesn't get too kind of crazy repetitive with it. Okay, let's get the tape ready. Let's fire it on in. More Blade Runner blues. Okay, I'll do it this time, I think. Wait for a little sound on sound. We'll see what happens with that. Let's hear it. Barely there. See, none of my task cams are doing what they need to do right. Yeah, I might just have to record right on top of that. I'm not going to worry about pulling the erase head tape. Just crunch it, slush it up. give it a louder level. Maybe this preamp is also on the fritz. It's always track 3, isn't it? Okay, let's try this again. So hopefully that came in better. It's okay. I'm not extremely impressed with that track, but maybe it's a good background for the rest of the stuff. You really want to get the feeling that you are on the phone just waiting for hours and this is what's playing. Yeah. You see, we're making that music for a waiting room. We got Slow Neko in the chat. Slow Neko is back once again. How we doing, Slow Neko, my friend? Making a little bit of slushish, vaporish, wave-ish music. Oh, and that Freaky Teddy did come through, but I don't know if it's late or not. We're gonna finish this tape with the Casios, and then maybe we'll do an unboxing. Like Gonzan said earlier, yeah, it's a big box right there. Freaky is giving me the thumbs up on it. We're gonna probably have to crack that open. Let's pray for no polystyrene. Ever, anywhere. Okay, setting up for track 4, the last 4. Yeah, that's right, Freaky Teddy's at the door with my mail. Need another patch here from the baby Cass. Yo. A harsh sound, you know. Maybe that's why it looked like it was so loud, and then it didn't really end up being that loud. Yes, Gonzan, I am happy to report that the big box is here. Although, now that I look at it, I'm thinking, how would I unbox that on my channel? I don't have an unboxing table with a camera. I'll do it right here, just hovercraft unboxing, right? Like we'll figure it out. And yeah, it's a big box, so that means it's got something big inside. Another problem for my studio, which favors Volcas and baby Casios over ginormous. Not gonna give it away. Not gonna give it away. Eerie music. I like it. Thank you, Sloneko. It's got a mood, as my friend who I had never met, Bill Alexander, always said. I'm trying to build up a mood here. Big box is good though. Yeah, that's has a lot of promise. There's some. We'll have to see it. We'll just have to see. I'll unbox it in just a moment. But for now, we got to finish this tape loop. That's what we really care about. It's the Tape Tuesday tape loop. Okay, one more patch. Let's see. Electric guitar. I could also do a vocal thing where I use the microphone of the SK1. This one, oboe. Oh, let's try the oboe. Of course, I'm choosing totally different notes than what I played before, so it's just... maybe too much echo, too much rain. Pop lead, pearl drop. We gotta hear that. 69, baby, pearl drop. What a... Is that right? That is patch 69. I feel like someone over at Casio is laughing. Let's try that out. Maybe we need a little pearl drop on this tape. I'm gonna try to lower it if I can. Let's see. Sample the lowest one. Did it do it? Oh, well, I guess it did. Seems like they're going out of tune too. Okay, that's pearl drop. We're gonna pass on that. That's a good one. The sample didn't take correctly, so let's try that again. Sampling, hold it. Waiting for that little beep. There it is. That's 48, you guys. Let's see, what do you call that? Patch 48 is a Taishokoto, which is going to be our winner chicken dinner sound for the track 4 of this tape. Okay, let's get back into the mood that we're conjuring up here. Very kind of Total Recall, Blade Runner-ish. I love it. Problem is it's a tape loop, so you can't do much more than just one little bar of melody. Probably just do something like that really quick. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. There it was. Once again, I hope it sounds cool. How we all doing out there? Boom. Thank you once again, Kiara, for that super chat. Always appreciate that. It's a great way to support me. Another great way to support me is on my website, electricarchaic.com. I got sample banks for sale, and you can always add a tip if you feel like it. Much appreciation. Okay, we got Gonzin on a garlic buzz. I feel like you're always on a garlic buzz, which is good because that's what's keeping me alive. Garlic. Raw garlic at that. I still haven't tried that since I knew that was your thing. I think I have done that before when I was sick years ago. Let's see. Well, let's hear it because I think we're done with the tape. I'm hoping I didn't fire in late there. Oh, it's perfect. It's got a little bit of kind of wonky lag to it, you know. It's really cool. Okay, so the purpose of this tape would be something like this. Playing the electrified rain in the background during the next Ease show. And then you hear this fading in. And you're thinking to yourself, am I entering a very old abandoned mall? Because the mall man has left the building. And realize that this mall has some strange music playing in the background. And it's been playing for 30 plus years. It's cool. It's a nice little waiting room tape loop. I like that. Melodic drones on tape loop. Can we count that as a melodic drone? I had different plans for the show. Of course, my best laid tape plans once again. Yeah. Thanks to the Freaky Teddy for bringing in my mail today. He said, thumbs up, baby. Have at it. Although, I had to bring it in here just now. How should we go about this one? Woo! Here it is. We got Slow and Echo in the chat saying, I'm going to say a cheesy joke. Let it fly. Or let it slide, as we usually say on Mondays. We got Kiara in the chat saying, maybe this crew here can do the soundtrack for the next Blade Runner up. How cool would that be? Blade Runner 3 by the EA crew. Soundtrack by. I would do the visuals too. It would look like VHS. I only work on VHS, my friends. Okay, so it's a big box that I have here. I gotta probably show it off. Big box and heavy at that as well. How do I unbox this? On my show, it's gonna have to be on the floor. Or something. That's very exciting. I don't know, you guys. Should I even do it now that we finished the episode? I gotta do it. I know that Gonzin is waiting. Let's see. I suppose I could just... I'm gonna put on that tape I was gonna play for you guys. It's called Ultra Think. I suppose it's the piece of music on this tape. It's called Ultra Think, and I did name that one Ease show after this because this was the featured music on that episode of Ease. That's Ease, Electric Archaic Soundscape Expeditions. Needs a little bit of a rewind. I'll do that here, but hey, we got the time, don't we? All I see is Gonzin in the chat saying, that's terrible. What's terrible? Okay, we got Slow and Echo in the chat with a cheesy joke. Slow and Echo, what do you call an alligator detective? This better be appropriate or else I'm going to start moderating. What do you call an alligator detective? An investigator. Investigator. How about this one? What do you call a Wall Street crocodile? Or no, a Wall Street alligator. Those exist, right? An investigator. I stole your punchline, Slow and Echo. I like it. I'll always take a cheesy joke. Or a quote of the day. Where's Kenneth? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Where are you, my friend? Who do you... Investigator. I like that. It's time for me to play you a little piece of music. Lita? We've been saying Lita a lot around here instead of little. A little piece of music called Ultra Think. It needs to probably be panned. Welcome back to Neverland, Pan the Man. Let's play it. And I will do... I have a technical difficulties back screen, but I don't have a wait one moment, I'm on the floor opening a giant box title screen. I don't want to pull out the technical difficulties waiting back, whatever it's called, title screen. I don't want to pull that out because I am superstitious sometimes. 50% of the time I'm superstitious, all of the time. This is super slow. This is the slow Neko version of Ultrathink, I guess. It probably should be. You can do that when it's just one drone, right? Enjoy the sounds of Ultrathink while I open up this gigantic Freaky Teddy package. Yes, it's a Freaky Teddy moment. Woo! That was a lot of excitement. Here it is. A power cord. Just kidding. No, I definitely don't need a box that big for just one power cord. Let's see. This is a monster. I hope that's enough bubble wrap. It was just that in a box. Once again, sorry about the behind the scenes freaky teddy bear with me moment. We got Kiara in the chat saying, "Was ist das?" I am also excited to figure out. Scissors. Whew. Scissors might be the right tool for that. Bubble wrap. Almost there. Getting closer. Now it's almost time for the big unveil. We got Slow Echo in the chat saying, "Cool t-shirts. We should EE." Not sure I know what you mean there. You talking about my shirt? That's my night capacitor shirt. They will be available at some point in time. Soon, actually. Because hit a big goal today with YouTube. Howdy, partner. Okay, we got Kiara in the chat saying, "Man, I have to go back and think this Ultra E's out again. It's pretty dank." Yeah, Ultra Think was a great one. I think. Yeah, check it out. It's links in the description. E's 10, if I'm correct. 10 or 11. E's 10, Ultra Think. That one's a little bit crunchy, but you know, what can you do? Okay, time for the big unveil. Let's see if I can do it justice. That's a lot of plastic. Okay, did you catch it? No. It's a monster. Certainly getting my exercise in today with this. What is it? It's a Prophet 600. I don't think I've ever had or held a synth that was that heavy. Maybe they should put that as a disclaimer. But look at this. You can't even see it. Yeah, that's vintage wood side panels from, you guessed it, Kiera, 1982. Prophet 600. And this one, yep, you know, of course it has the Glee mod, which seems fitting for my channel because I'm always giggly. Wow, that's a heavy monster. I cannot wait to plug that in and see what I have to do to make it listing said works perfectly. It got a smashing deal on it. Yeah, it was a late night. I was chatting with the great Gonzini late one night last week, and just had a little bit of inspiration to trade my OB6 for a Prophet 600, because I got that OB6, and once, you know, we don't see that on the channel very much either because it's a monster. I guess I don't have room for that sort of stuff in my studio to be on film. So oh man, that's a monster. I don't know how cool it would be if I just plugged it in on the floor and played around with it to let you guys hear it, but maybe I will have some samples for Instagram or something. I don't know. Follow me there. Links in the channel somewhere. But this synth is really cool because they call it the poor man's Prophet 5. I don't identify as a poor man myself, but it's because I'm synthesizer rich, and that's it. No, but we got Richard Crook in the chat. So many machines, Richard. How we doing? It's really so many machines, Jono over here. I just picked up a brand new to me. This is from 1982, and it looks like it's in smashingly good condition. It looks like it's in perfect condition. The keys, I've heard, can get brittle. This may be a new key bed as well, because you can do that. I must be out of my element, man. I've been working with Volcas and boutique drum machines for much too long. It does look like it's missing a screw on one of the side panels there. Whew. I'm winded after that. I thought I was in shape, but maybe it's more of just like wave shape or wave table. Gonzin in the chat saying, yeah, it looks really clean. I'm excited for that. Slow and Echo in the chat, greetings from London. Thank you, London. Richard in the chat asking, now, are they solid wood or laminated? That is the question. This is solid wood, but with a Prophet 5, I was kind of getting into my spiel there, and then I got distracted, as I often do. I'm like a cat. What's that? What's that? Anyways, thanks to the Freaky Teddy for bringing in the mail almost on time. I know it's not your fault. It was the mall man. Call Malone. The mall man. Call Malone. Bring him in my mail. So the guy I bought this from said I might have to re-flash the Glee mod, which is a microcontroller that replaces the original sequential CPU. So I don't know the name of it, like a Z80 or Z70. I don't know. I will know soon, though. Although I don't think they included it. I kind of felt bad about that. I was going to ask the guy, hey, I want that old CPU chip. Not that I would use it in this synth, because it was extremely overstretched, the CPU in the factory Prophet 600s. So when you tweak the filter, apparently you can hear it go. It has steps, which you know, I'm a 303 man, so I need that filter to be clean and smooth. But if you're asking about is the wood laminate or real, I would assume that it's real on the Prophet 5. I was just verifying that it's not a laminate here. It's not a laminate because there's like a ding on the, well, just a tiny little bump on the edge of it, and it looks like real wood all the way through. So it's kind of an interesting synth because, you know, it's sequential, and when sequential got their name back from, was it Yamaha, I think? Anyway, a couple years ago, rest in peace, Dave Smith, and thanks once again. You live on, my friend, in a great way. Lost my train again. What was my train? I was talking about when Dave Smith got sequential the name and the rights, I guess, to the name back from Yamaha, or Yamaha gave it to him because they're not Behringer. We won't go into that. But they came out with the sequential Prophet 6, which, you know, is kind of similar to this Prophet 600 in the name, but it didn't have the wood paneling on the top. Just on the side panels it has the wood, and then the top is black, you know, kind of like powder coated or painted enameled metal, and then that top you can open it up, and that's where all the chippies are. And I might have to get in there if I have to reflash the Gleegly modification, but it sounds quite a lot like a Prophet 5, and it's from 1982. And I have a strange theory. I've been trying to figure this out with Gonzin, but I'm not sure if either of us... It's the voodoo thing again, you know? It's like the 80s vintage synthesizer voodoo is just always going to be better than brand new analog synthesizer voodoo, I think. And I don't know if it's because the components are old, or if it's because the PCB has thicker traces, and so it kind of does something to the sound. It's just a theory. But yeah, so I was trying to figure it out because I got a little tired of the sound of my OB6. It doesn't, you know, I wanted that Minneapolis sound of the OB8, which is the vintage Oberheim. But so Sequential came out with the Prophet 6 and the OB6, and then they later rebadged it to, you know, the Oberheim OB6 because it's an Oberheim. They worked with Oberheim on it, and then Oberheim got the rights to their name back as well, and so now, you know, they're all Oberheim OB6s. But I have a Sequential OB6, and I'm gonna let her go. But I got to do a lot of work with it first, and probably make up a bunch of samples and stuff so I can get a sample bank together and whatnot. But yeah, so here's my new OB6, which isn't an Oberheim or a Prophet 6. It's a Prophet 600, which should hopefully sound fairly close to a Prophet 5, which has that really just warm and juicy 80s feeling to it. I am probably gonna plug this in and have a listen, but if you guys can just imagine it, I'll lift it up one more time. My back is saying no, don't, but my eyes are saying yes. Let's have one last good look at this Prophet 600, and then I'll plug it in. We were gonna make our tape loop drones out of that today, but we're kind of running out of time here. And I would love to do my live television first synth test. So I'll plug it in on the floor, hit a couple keys, see what kind of sounds we can get, and then we'll call it a day. We'll call it a Tuesday. And the knobs are giant. It's makes me feel like this was built by giants back when they built the pyramids. Look at this, and they got man, they feel vintage. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like I'll try to give you a full view here. Once again, this is a monster. Microphone wanted a little action too. Microphone. Okay, I'm gonna set it back down on the floor, plug it in, and we'll hear it. "100% caught off guard by the weight of that thing." How are we doing in the chat room, my friends? We got Guns in the chat saying, to be fair, the Pro 2 here is built like a tank and really high quality. This feels really high quality, and I know that back in the 80s, the quality was a lot better and a lot of things, maybe not so much plastic things, but if you're looking for vintage, good quality plastic things, just get some vintage Lego. They've been pretty much on the same quality level since the beginning, maybe. Okay, plug them in, synth. It's got a nice smell to it too. I don't have the best smeller anymore, unfortunately, but when I smell a nice smell, I definitely notice it. It smells vintage in a good way, and I'm not sure if it's just... that's kind of precarious. The power cord has got electrical tape on it. I suppose, you know, we'll just try that for now, but I'm going to replace that, I bet. It's a monster. God, it's really cramping my style. I'm gonna be ripped after using this. Look, no, Mom. Look, Mom, no computer took one of these on tour, and seeing how heavy it is, I'm thinking, wow, that's a monster to take on tour. 1/4 inch, it comes out mono. There are a couple more modifications you can do to this synthesizer. There's a pan pot mod, which give you stereo, and then you can choose the width of the different voices, the 6 voices. Also, not sure if you guys noticed, on the back of this synth, it has MIDI. This, as far as I'm aware, was the very, very first synthesizer in the galaxy to have a MIDI implementation, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's get the Tascam here. I'll plug in to track 3, and maybe I should not arm it first. How do you do this? What's the correct procedure here when you're turning on a piece of vintage gear that just came halfway across the country? I know Master Tiger will probably say, "Can you smell any ozone?" I hope not. You guys are chatting it up. It seems like that hour of the day. Am I missing anything fun in the chat? Richard had found 2 hedgehogs in his garden a minute ago. Plenty of critters in London. I like those hedgehogs. Maybe I should get a hedgehog friend for the Freaky Teddy. Maybe I'm the hedgehog. Yeah, Master Tiger. Or sparks. Yeah, you don't want sparks. That power cable is a little bit precarious. That would probably be the first place it would happen at. I feel bad, leaving you guys out on all of the action, but I have no way to show you. I need a synth rack. I don't even have a synth, let alone many synths that would necessitate an entire rack. it's actually the opposite. I don't even have one synth rack, let alone many synth racks that would be required to necessitate all of the synths that I do have. Got my second Wayne's World quote of the day in. That's always good. Oh, speaking of quote of the day, we got Sloneko in the chat with the quote of the day. Sloneko is saying in the chat room for the quote of the day, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. C.S. Lewis. Thank you so much, Sloneko. I love a quote of the day. And I'm gonna have to pick up on the chat room when I can. I know I feel left out, you know. You guys are having so much fun in there, and I'm missing out because I'm making sure that tower synthesizer doesn't come down. It's not a tower moment. That's not this moment. No. So I suppose I should figure out where the power switch is. I assume it has a switch. And just keep enjoying the music here. Maybe I will arm this for record so that we can hear it, but I'll turn the level down. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna find out. We can change the ending. Master Tiger with a piece of very good advice. Don't use it in standing water. Check. It's so freaking dry here where I live. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Richard in the chat saying, my uncle still has equipment from the 1970s he looks after and thinks it's all precious. It might be precious. I mean, the further we go in time, the older old things get, which would be making them more rare and valuable. Maybe. Or because obsolete isn't necessarily a word we use here, but sometimes you gotta use that word. Synthesizers are never obsolete, just only their capacitors deplete. Okay, I'm gonna flip this synth on, and we're gonna hear it right here, and hopefully everything is as perfect as the owner who sold it to me promised. Because I want that sound, baby. I want that super retro sound. We've got lights. We got lights. And it did the whole Gleegly modification, user something or other. Let's turn up the level in the Tascam and just, here we go, a moment of truth. I'm not hearing anything. Oh gosh, no. What could be the thing? I think you have to select a patch, maybe? Let's do that. Patch 22, not hearing anything. I'd be a little more freaked out if I had my full attention on this, but there's probably a volume knob on here somewhere that I gotta find. Figured I'd hit the tune button on that. Yeah, I'm not hearing. We got Kiara saying, don't use track 3 in the chat. I'm not hearing anything coming out of this synth, so my heart is dropping. In the chat room, we got Richard in the chat room saying, I can have a funnel effect as well. When you inherit. Oh, you're talking about your uncle. Okay, my uncle still has equipment from the 1970s. He says, all precious. He says, I can have a funnel effect as well when you inherit, mainly because nobody else wants it. That's funny. And those boxes of power supplies. for old 90s and early 2000s laptops, right? Not getting any sound out of that. I can't remember what this guy said. He said he would need to reflash the Gleegly mod because it has got a lot of weird settings that you can do. A little bit of a bummer that we couldn't hear it. And now it puts me. What do you call a tiger? Here, I got another joke, a cheesy joke for you. Let's see if I can conjure it up correctly in my brain. What do you call a tiger that is not an alligator? An investigator. I need to investigate why I can't hear it. Anything coming out of the synth. Now it's doing scrambly numbers. Oh boy. Wonder if it's like a sticky knob or something, because I think the values change on the LED readout there. Woo! A lot of excitement there. Hopefully not a lot of letdown. Let's check real quick if Homeboy takes returns. I'm sure I could get it working either way. But you like things to work on day one. Let me see here. Anyways, thanks for joining me on Tape Tuesday, everybody. I'll have to play you the tape loop we made in just a moment. Trying to get to purchases here. Let's see. Message seller. He did tell me something about this, although now it's not pulling up. Where are my messages? Anyways, no unread messages. All. Okay, here we go. So he's saying here, your best... okay. When you get her, make sure and familiarize yourself with the Gleegly mod. I hadn't used it in ages and forgot some of the global settings. If a knob or wheel isn't doing what you think it's supposed to, it's definitely due to some mod settings, as the mod makes the synth way more capable, but it changes the functions of some of the knobs in certain areas. Your best bet is to update the Gleegly and flash it back to factory settings and start from scratch, changing the parameters as you see fit. Not sure why I'm just not hearing anything. Oh, ha 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 ha. Kiera, you were right. You're saying don't use track 3 because I have plugged my synthesizer in. This is a classic Electric Archaic mistake among the many other ones. It's still doing jittery numbers, which doesn't seem too cool. I'm listening on track 3, but I am plugged in on track 4. Let's fix it. Amateur mistake, but also very easy to make. Okay. Sound. There it is! Yes! It's not on the fritz as far as that tells us. Okay. Once again, I'm going to go downtown There it is. Vintage 80s analog synthesizer. It sounds rubbish. No, we'll fix it here in a second. We're coming in on track 4. Woof, woof. Human error. Thanks, Kiara. Gonzin in the chat saying, it will be good. Might need some TLC, but worth it. Yeah, I really try my scientific best to buy gear that's not already on the fritz, and I do okay with that. But this one especially needs to not be on the fritz, so we'll find out. Let's hear the sounds of this brand new, to me, 1982 Prophet 600. Probably distorting like crazy on the tape machine. I gotta level that up a bit better. Let's see. And why don't we have some reverb as well? I mean, echo with reverb. And I'll unhard pan that. That's always another mistake I make. Okay, let's see if I can... This is the strangest first attempt at playing a brand new synth to me. And I'm doing it like a tower, sideways. Just it's standing up right. I like that about this synth. It has a nice flat panel and it just stands up on its own. So it won't take up too much space in my studio until it's time to use it. I can, let's see if I can make a decent patch here, just for fun, real quick. We got whales already, that's a good sign. Still feel like I'm clipping on the level, it's a bit hot. Yes, it can do dolphins! Oh, great. Maybe I'll make my next dolphin tape loop out of this. I love it already. Welcome to the family, Prophet 600. We got Kiara in the chat saying, sounds like a David Lynch film. Which one? Kind of sounds like Blade Runner to me. It sounds really good. Let's see if I can tweak it just a bit more and find something else that sounds cool. Yeah, we got Richard in the chat saying, that sounds like a good night out. I know, right? Can you hear the modulation? It's slowly opening up the filter. Or a small hyperactive child that has had too many fizzy drinks. Let me fix that whole pitch modulation thing. I've turned that patch into synthesizer mush. It doesn't help that it's doing tower up and I'm doing sideways, and that's a weird way to that's a weird way to synthesize. I think that's a full-on freaking success. Thank you, Freaky Teddy, for bringing a piece of gear here that's not broken. It makes sound. It doesn't have a bad noise. It's a monster. Should we see it one more time? Let me turn it off and I'll... My back's feeling it. It might also just be the generalized Tape Tuesday back, but you know. I am very excited for this because I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it had that vintage sound, which my OB6 doesn't seem to really have. I wonder if Gonzin, if your Sequential Pro 2 has that vintage sound. I have a sneaking suspicion that these tiny little surface mount components don't have the oomph that we used to have with the big, fat, chonky through-hole stuff from the 80s. We got Richard in the chat saying, I'm marking the level of the soda bottle with a Sharpie. Don't even think about it rubbing off. Don't even think about rubbing it off. Hey, you're hiding your soda from hyperactive children. Yeah, we got Richard in the chat saying again, Timothy, have you been on the Fritz again? Is that where that comes from? There was some old cartoon, I think. Was it German? Something Fritz. This smells good, this synthesizer. I don't know why, but old things from the 80s have a good smell sometimes. I consider myself an old thing from the 80s that smells good all the time. Jokes. Again. Okay, here we go. This is the last rep. Prophet 600, Rev 1. I mean, Rep 10. My shows are so weird. Who is this guy? Well, I'm Synther Head Shark Man. All right. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'll have to maybe do a little bit of a side-by-side with my OB6, but I got to get those patches. I got to get the Jelly Dancers patch off of my OB6 before I trade it on out for this boy. I didn't take Gonzin's 100% awesome, amazing advice where you usually want to move the old synth out before you get the new one, but I couldn't help myself. So hopefully I can sell that OB6 for the same price I paid for it, right? Right? No, I'm hoping. No, I'm probably, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm going to probably be a lot happier with this. I don't know. You know, the OB6. Speaking of, I'm going to send you off with a tune that features that OB6. Let's hear it. This one is In the Purple Orb by Electric Archaic, yours truly. You'll hear how great the OB6 sounds, but see if you can hear what I mean, where the surface mount components are just too small to give the big power. I mean, I swear, that thing's got 35 pounds of capacitors in it, or something. This is In the Purple Orb by Electric Archaic. That's the OB6 I've been talking about. We'll see. Maybe I'll decide to keep it. I don't know. I'm just not using it enough, you know? stealth on the top for some reason. Oh, I did that for the last Tape Tuesday. This one's on my album Vega Starshine. It's out on all streaming platforms except for the one we don't stream on anymore. We got Gonzin in the chat saying, keep it if you can, catch me if you can. I was thoroughly intending to do the Swapperoonie because this looks, I was going to get to that story, you know. This looks like the original ancestor of the OB6 and the Prophet 6. And a little bit cheaper too. So I'm hoping I can sell them up OB6 and get myself a microcosm hologram. Or is it the other way around? Hologram microcosm. I don't know. Once again, thanks for joining me on Tape Tuesday, everybody. I really appreciate your support. We've come a long way in a year. Yep, that's right. Howdy 'em up, partner. Woo, that feels good. That's funny. You guys are great. You guys are hilarious. I'll let you listen to this song. I'll chill them out talk. I swear I get my dance moves from the 1989 Joker. Specifically when he was in the museum doing this one. Thank you, Master Tiger. Thank you for joining me on my show. Freaky show. Yep. Richard in the chat saying, this sounds good coming out of my speakers I built yesterday. Amazing. How about this, though? It's hard to tame a tape loop every now and then, my friends. But let's hear the tape loop we made today. I know some of you joined a little bit late, which is fine. Started off with good old school Taco Bell. Let me drop it down. We got to get back to the slushified atmosphere here. There we go. Speaking of not so good audio, not so good sound quality. Interesting, though. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're talking about my tape loops. Don't you dare talk about my tape loops that way. No, that's why I do it, is to get low, good quality. Or no, good, low quality. One of those. Some kind of quality we're going for here. It's such a paradox sometimes. I know I have the ability to hold myself as a contradiction a lot of times. Hyper perfectionist, sound quality, monster magnet. I gotta get some quotes going from Monster Magnet. I'm gonna eat me a mountain of drum fills. Ooh, be careful what you say. Okay, woo! A little bit of a longer show today. It was a lot of fun. Man, that Freaky Teddy was like the celebrity of the day. We got freaky. That's a little theme song that I made for you, my friend. That is one Freaky Teddy. Oh my goodness. Sure is cute though. We got Gonzin in the chat saying imperfections are good. Oftentimes they are, but the imperfections that a lot of my machines are experiencing right now are not good. They are on the fritz. I'm tempted to... What do you guys think? Should we do a workshop Wednesday tomorrow and I'll shuck my 303 like an oyster? I've done it before. It's always scary. We could... I always feel the obligation to record an entire sample bank before I open that 303 up, just in case it does what we thought this Prophet was doing earlier, but it was just me that was on the fritz, not the Prophet. Prophet sounds amazing. It just needs a little bit of patchwork. Maybe I'll clear off the entire Electric Archaic desk here. I don't know. I say I'm gonna do a lot of stuff, you guys, and I should probably just do that stuff. Cotton Candy album, music video, cover, artwork, singles, ADAT chat. Oh man, I could be coughing all day with all the things that are waiting for me to finish them. They rule. Anything else? That's all I got. Actually, wait, I got some coconut water here. Fresh, delightful, pulpy. That's 3 Wayne's World quotes of the day. That's a www.www. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Woo, 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 Tuesday time. It's time for me to do something different for the night cha. Yes, Richard in the chat saying, I am happy you are quoting Monster Magnet lyrics. Monster Magnet is held a very special place in my heart. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the lifestyle, but I think sometimes artists have wonky lifestyles, and that's what helps them create their wonky creations. I know I have a slightly strange lifestyle, but you probably do too. We all do. Come on, what's normal anyway? It's not coming back. That's what we do know that for sure. Okay, I'm going to sign off here, although I'd love to just sit around and shoot this, the sky with my guys and gals. Shout out to Kiara. Yeah, Gonzin, that's funny. I feel in a Prophet 600. Oh, I know. Yeah, I was thinking you were saying, I had a feeling it was going to be a Prophet 600. Yeah, I was chatting with Gonzin the other night and just telling him, I think I got to get rid of my OB6 because it's just not giving me the vintage. It doesn't have the vintage smell. Maybe that's what makes it sound better, is that smell that you get from who knows where it's been. This is like, maybe the perfume was better in the 80s and it was used actual roses instead of some synthetic ingredient from a weird laboratory. Anyways, yeah, it's like imbued with some kind of 80s studio freakiness, and then when it heats up, it starts emanating a vintage smell. I'm not sure if my Tascams really do that. This one did have a smell, but it was like he used hair gel to lubricate it or something. I don't know. It wasn't a good one. It was a new one. We like the old school stuff and the real stuff. Anyways. Woo! Peace and love, everybody. I sure love you all, and I love this planet. Yes! We're on planet Earth. What a freaking jackpot, baby. Now let's turn it into gold. And I know you love this planet, too. Love you, mother. Until next time, stay tuned. Give me a like and subscribe if you've had fun here, of course. I just love ya, guys. Thanks again. I got nothing else. I really do. I don't. I know I can ramble off the E's forever, but I gotta let you go. Dinner is waiting to be cooked by me. Happy springtime, everyone. Happy Aries season. Happy birthday, all Aries on the planet. A lot of planets in Aries. Big time new energy power up. All planets direct. Go for it. It might just be becoming the time to go for it, my friends. And I'm not talking about digging a hole in the ground, because we know what Bill Murray's going to do if you do that. Peace and love in the happy galaxy.